Welcome, my name is Chris Young. Today I am going to tell you about the Migrant Education Services that are provided by Tri-Valley Opportunity Council for the Title I Part C Migrant Education Program. Thank you for joining us. The purpose of the Migrant Education Program is to address unique educational needs of migratory children, assist in overcoming educational disruption, ensuring students receive full and appropriate opportunities to meet the same challenging content standards, and not to penalize the students for the different disparities among the state's educational systems. Our migrant students travel from state to state and school to school, and there are so many differences in each educational system. So we need to be the link. We need to help them and make sure that they are getting what they need to be successful. If you are not certified to determine eligibility for the Title I Part C Migrant Education Program, it is still good for you to know what some of the indicators are that a child may be migrant, and then be able to refer them to the Title I program. So some of the indicators include if a parent or guardian has worked in agricultural work, work that is seasonal, so like picking rock or working with corn, packing peas, or temporary work like milking cows, processing eggs, that type of thing, due to economic necessity. The child or youth, and remember they can be aged 0 through 21, has moved across district lines within 3 years and has not graduated. And they don't have to move with the parent or guardian. They could come before the parent, they could come after. The child or youth could actually be the agricultural worker, him or herself, as well. And also the parent or guardian, or if it's the child, him or herself, they have to have moved within 3 years, so 36 months for the Title I C MEP program. So why is it important for you to know about the migrant educational services that Tri-Valley provides? By working together, we can connect students to school. We can help remove barriers for school. We can help families in general. We can help each other. And programs will be more likely to thrive. When you know what we do, you can help to answer questions that families may have, or at least know who the family can go to for the answer. Together, we can be stronger. The Minnesota Department of Education and North Dakota Department of Public Instruction partner with Tri-Valley Opportunity Council Migrant Education Services Department to identify and recruit all eligible migrant children ages 0 up to age 22 who have not received a high school diploma or equivalent. We determine eligibility for the Title I C Migrant Education Program. We provide comprehensive health histories and plan with the parent what the next steps are for that child's health needs in Minnesota. In Minnesota, we also operate the summer food service programs from June through August if the summer programs wish for us to do that. We conduct quality control measures such as re-interviews. And again, for Minnesota only, we manage the State Migrant Education Database, which is MIS 2000, and we collect all minimum data elements for each migrant student in the state of Minnesota. We are the administrators of the National Migrant Education Database, which is M6 for Minnesota. One of our top priorities is to identify and recruit all migrant children ages 0 up to 22. In order to determine eligibility for the Title I Migrant Education Program, you must be certified annually. Our certified staff consists of regional recruiters, Randall, Region 1, Yadira, Region 2, Marie, Region 3, and we also have seasonal recruiters. We will have two seasonal recruiters in Minnesota. One is Francisca, who was recently hired, and the other one will be hired soon, and then one in North Dakota. In addition, we contract with school districts in Minnesota to certify migrant liaisons, and we have about 22 school districts that have certified migrant liaisons that can determine eligibility. However, some are not able to work right now due to COVID-19. Claudia Melodic is the supervisor for IDNR for Title I, and she trains on eligibility. If you have any questions about eligibility or qualifying activities, please contact Claudia Melodic. For collaboration with recruitment, please contact the regional recruiters. Tri-Valley Opportunity Council Migrant Education Services Department conducts the quality control measures for Minnesota and North Dakota. We have regional recruiters that conduct and complete 50 re-interviews each year for each state. They independently interview families and check each criterion that makes children eligible for the migrant education program. And we do this each year just to make sure that our eligibility determinations are accurate and we're counting an accurate number of children. And it's also designed to provide us early warning signs and help us identify and fix problems that need to be fixed. In addition, we get feedback from the families if their children had attended programs in each state, North Dakota or Minnesota, migrant education programs, and then we let centers or sites know about the feedback that we get from the families. If one of the Title I recruiters comes across a family that's not qualified for Title I but may be qualified for the Migrant Seasonal Head Start program, that recruiter will then contact the center manager and let them know about the family as long as it's okay with the family. In order to determine eligibility for the Title I Part C Migrant Education program, you must be trained and certified, and certification is good for 1 year. After 1 year, you must renew your certification by taking the refresher training and passing the certification test. Hey guys, did you know that the Minnesota Migrant Education Program helps to link health and nutrition services to migrant students? If you would like more information about that, please contact Cindy Boudreau, she's the Tri-Valley Opportunity Council Health Services Manager, or Jamie Lee, the Tri-Valley Opportunity Council Child Nutrition Services Manager. The Minnesota Department of Education partners with Tri-Valley Opportunity Council to provide health services to children who are enrolled in the Migrant Education Program. Tri-Valley Opportunity Council staff are able to provide direct health services, which include health, dental, vision, hearing, and mental health referral and advocacy, referral to dental care and medical treatment, eyeglasses if needed, and access to other resources. Tri-Valley Opportunity Council health staff will be reaching out to the summer sites, and depending on their individual program design, they will work together to provide the best services. If you have any questions regarding our health services, please contact Cindy Boudreau, our Health Services Manager, or one of her health specialists listed below. Migrant Education Program coordinators have the option to go through Tri-Valley for the Summer Food Service Program. If they would like to do so, they would need to contact Jamie Lee, the Child Nutrition Services Manager, as soon as possible. Another one of our priorities is managing the data systems and student records for all migrant students in the state of Minnesota. Linda Fournier is our Migrant Education Services Data System Specialist, and you can go to her about questions regarding M6 or MIS 2000. Kathy Skluzacek is our Migrant Education Services Data Coordinator. She will be following up on all of the COEs this year and can be contacted if a copy of the COE is needed once it's approved. If parents have questions about their students' records or transferring credits or credit accrual issues, you can go to Kathy or Linda and they should be able to help you find the answer or get the assistance that you need or that the family needs. Like I said previously, we collect all of the minimum data elements for all migrant student records in the state of Minnesota. Some of those elements include enrollment dates and withdrawal dates, residency verification dates, grades and transcripts for each term, and information on EL status, IEPs, immunizations, assessments. All of that information is collected for each migrant student in the state of Minnesota. We collect it and then we input it into MIS 2000, and then from there it gets uploaded into M6, into the National Migrant Student Information Exchange. It is in order, we have that in place in order to help our migrant students and remove the barriers that may prevent them from getting the education that they need and being successful. For the state of Minnesota, we manage the Migrant Education Database, which is MIS 2000. We manage all of the users in MIS 2000. We provide training and troubleshooting for all certified staff throughout the state of Minnesota. We develop and maintain reports, manuals, COEs, guides, and whatever else is needed. We manage the maintenance and updates. We work with MS-Ed to make sure everything is up to date and ready to be used. We are the link between all systems that talk to MIS 2000, so we work with Minute at MDE, we work with the MARS people, and anyone else that we need to work with to make sure that everything is up to date and ready to be used. We manage all the data that goes in and out, including doing the reports for the CSPR and making sure that we're providing data for people that need it in order to make data-driven decisions. And we just try to be as helpful as we can. There is a federal law that requires the Department of Education to ensure the linkage of migrant student record systems for the purpose of electronically exchanging among the states health and educational information regarding all migratory students. So the Education Department decided to, or developed the Migrant Student Information Exchange, which is the national database that houses all migrant student educational records. The Minnesota Department of Education partners with Tri-Valley Opportunity Council Migrant Education Services to collect and enter all of the 73 minimum data elements for each migrant student that's in the state of Minnesota. So we work closely with school districts. We also work closely with other systems that help us to get that information, for instance, MCAs and state assessments. We work with MDE to make sure that those are uploaded into MIS 2000, which then gets uploaded into M6. And if you have any questions, or if there are counselors or other school staff that would like access to M6, Linda Fournier can help you through that process. There's a short application that you need to fill out and a few other requirements. They are available online on our webpage, but you could also contact her and she could walk you through the process. She also does the training for M6. We are the administrators of the National Migrant Education Database for Minnesota, and that database is called M6, the Migrant Student Information Exchange. And what we do is manage the users, manage move notices, the duplicate students, data requests, etc. We ensure that all 73 minimum data elements are collected for each migrant student in the state of Minnesota. We provide training and troubleshooting for TVOC staff and district staff throughout Minnesota. We follow and implement all federal and state guidelines, and we reconcile missed enrollments, child count reconciliation, and other reports. Obviously, if we work together, we're going to be stronger and we're going to reach more families. But how can we help families and each other? What are some things that we can do to work together, to collaborate, to help each other and to help families, to build our programs and make them stronger? Be sure to coordinate with Tri-Valley Opportunity Council Migrant Education Services to ensure the proper identification, health services, nutrition needs, placement, and reporting of migrant children for the Title I Part C Education of Migratory Children. Don't forget to fill out the partnership agreement. Center managers should work with the MEP coordinator to ensure completion of the partnership agreement prior to the Title I MEP start date. Now, this may look a little bit different for this year with COVID-19, and we may need to update the partnership agreement, but it is still important to meet with your counterparts and with the people that you are collaborating with to make sure that everyone is on the same page. Once you meet, a copy should be signed and scanned to me, Chris Young, and then CC Noemi Trevino within 1 week after the meeting has occurred. Please include health staff, center staff, regional recruiters, and anyone else that you are collaborating with. Like I said, it's really important for everyone to be on the same page and everyone to be able to advertise and answer questions that the families may have about each other's programs. We are working together to help each other thrive. Some possible discussions include registration and forms. Who does what? How does it work? How will services look with distance learning and everything else that's going on? What are the needs of families and how can we help them? So all of those things can be discussed during this partnership agreement. Please make sure to complete it as soon as possible prior to the start date of the Title I Migrant Education Program. The Minnesota Department of Education has a web page with migrant liaisons listed on it for each school district in Minnesota. It's at mde-org under the contact lists. Please take a look at it to make sure that your school district has a migrant liaison listed. That person will be the point of contact at the school district for Tri-Valley Opportunity Council unless otherwise stated. It's very important to have someone on that list. We will need to contact that person in order to help remove barriers for students and collect all minimum data elements. All right, so now that we've gone through all of this wonderful information, how can we help families and help each other? How can we put those pieces together to make our programs even stronger? How can we serve more families? How can we work together? How can we work smarter, not harder? What are your suggestions? Do you have any ideas? Let's hear it. So you come across a family that has indicators that they may be migrant. They've changed residencies due to economic necessity and have moved across district lines within the past 36 months. Maybe they've engaged in agricultural work or seasonal or temporary work in the past. If this is the case and you do not have anyone certified to determine eligibility, please let us know. We would like you to fill out a recruitment request, and then a certified recruiter will interview the family to determine if the child is eligible. Our recruitment request is available on our webpage at tvoc.org. Go under Services, Head Start, Child and Family Programs, Migrant Education Programs, and then you will see at the top of the page is our recruitment request. Please let the family know that we will be contacting them because they may be qualifying for the Title I Part C Migrant Education Program, and give them a description about the program and try to answer any questions that they may have, or you can also direct them to us. This page includes the Tri-Valley Opportunity Council Migrant Education Services contact information. So it includes the name of the person, their title, their email, and then a phone number. So please feel free to contact us with any questions you may have or for any collaboration needs that you may have. We would be happy to help you. Hey, check it out. We have the Minnesota Migrant Education Hotline, which is 1-800-890-4853. And that number will, when we're in the Lee Center office, will ring on any of our phones. So we're excited about that. If it goes to voicemail, you can choose who you want to talk to, any of us in the Lee Center office or Randall, so that's great. And then we also have a recruitment request that we've been talking about. So you go to our webpage and click on recruitment request, and then a recruiter will contact you and determine if you are eligible or not. Families can also, or you can also hold your camera up and go over that QR code, and it'll bring you right to our page to the recruitment request. If you need to mail anything to us or come visit us, our address is 200 East Bowler Street in Lee Center, and we would be happy to help you. Please contact us.